Hi, and welcome back to Plan9Crunch, where every week we read some manner of thing, often related to the cult genre. Sometimes we've branched out into more classic poems and literature. Recently we read from The Raven, Edgar Allan Poe's famous poem about a raven that embodies and encompasses the distressing feelings of mourning a lost love. Now, there is something that I want to read following that general idea. Could not find the physical book, so I have some printout here. Here is the cover. It is Poetry for Cats, the definitive anthology of distinguished feline verse by Henry Beard, author of French for Cats. From 1994, I believe, publishers Villard. Okay. In any case, this is translated by Henry Beard. The End of the Raven by Edgar Allan Poe's cat. It's a humorous spin on the situation that the poem leaves us, the original poem leaves us on, where, the raven never flitting, still is sitting, and all that stuff. And it shall be lifted nevermore. Okay. On a night quite unenchanting, when the rain was downward slanting, I awakened to the ranting of the man I catch mice for. Tipsy and a bit unshaven, in a tone I found quite craven, Poe was talking to a raven perched above the chamber door. Raven's very tasty, thought I, as I tiptoed over the floor. There is nothing I like more. Soft upon the rug I treaded, calm and careful as I headed toward his roof atop that dreaded bust of palace I deplore. Well the bard and birdie chattered, I made sure that nothing clattered, creaked or snapped or fell or shattered as I crossed the corridor, for his house is crammed with trinkets, curios, and weird decor, bric-a-brac and junk galore. Still the raven never fluttered, standing stock still as he uttered, in a voice that shrieked and sputtered, his 2 cents worth, nevermore. Well this dirge the bird brain kept up, oh so silently I crept up, then I crouched and quickly leapt up, pouncing on the feathered boar. Soon he was a heap of plumage and a little blood and gore. Only this, and not much more. Ooh, my pickled poet cried out, Pussycat, it's time I dried out. Never sat I in my hideout talking to a bird before. How I've wallowed in self-pity. Well, my gallant, valiant kitty put an end to that damned ditty. Then I heard him start to snore. Back atop the door I clambered, eyed that statue I abhor, jumped and smashed it on the floor. It's a humorous thing. I don't know if cats would enjoy having this read to them as much as a person would. But it's fun. It's fun. It's very interesting, and I appreciate it. I hope you all appreciate it. Interestingly, it does make the speaker of The Raven into Edgar Allan Poe. That's not exactly necessarily intended in the original poem. It's drawing on themes from Poe's life. But whether he's mourning Lenore or Annabel Lee or the actual woman he was mourning, different characters versus Poe in terms of who the speaker is, but obviously inspired by, and this one says it is Poe. Meandering a little bit. If you want to read this book for yourself, among the other poems for cats in it, we'll have a link in the description to the Amazon listing. And thank you all for watching, and that's a wrap.